Hey guys, and welcome to a Zootopia 2 video update. Now this is the first of many updates where we're going to be talking about the process of making the fan film and stuff like that. Also, quick note, at the end of this video, I am going to reveal what the movie is actually going to be titled. So yeah, it's not going to be Zootopia 2, it's going to be a different title, it's going to be longer, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, I have 9 minutes done. It's a very, very slow process. It's tough. It's really tough voice acting. It's like really hard, and the editing as well, it's like a hell of a long time that you have to spend. And I got a lot of voice actors, and a lot of them wanted to audition for Nick. And the thing about that was that I was looking for something really specific, and I don't think anyone really kind of got the kind of tone that I was looking for. And I mean, I don't really want to sound egotistical, but I thought that the only one that really knew how the line was supposed to sound was me. But really, to me, voice acting isn't really like if you sound like the character. To me, it's more like, can you really emote well? It just doesn't matter about really if you sound perfectly. It has to, what matters is if you kind of say the line with the right emotion. And I'm super lucky that I found some really, really talented people to work with. Especially Angelique, who voices Judy Hopps. Fantastic, and I'm super, super stoked for how it's all going to sound at the end, because she did a fantastic job as Judy Hopps, and you could hear her in the teaser trailer. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's an excerpt.
Your dancing stinks.
Well, talk about hurting my feelings.
The only reason I wanted you to go with me to another concert was so you'd make a fool of yourself and I'd get it all on video.
Not surprised, coming from a clever little bunny like you.
And you almost fell for it. I guess that makes me special.
It most certainly does.
Well, you don't have to thank me, or say anything, really.
Hey, you always ask me about my feelings. I never really ask about yours.
Oh, very perceptive, Officer Wilde. What do you want to know? Yeah, she's great, right? And that's the thing, you always gotta try to sound like the characters, but you always have to have that emotion that really propels you forward. And, that's the thing, you always... In this thing, what we're doing, we obviously don't sound like the characters. Obviously, we all have different voices. Everyone has different ranges and stuff, and that's what makes every voice unique. Now, the thing is that obviously we have characters that, sound a specific way, so we always got to try to mimic that, but at the same time, we always got to try to give the best performances we can. And if sometimes, we drop a little bit of a hint that it's obviously not the character, that's not what the character's really supposed to sound like, but if the dialogue is really performed in such a way that it makes you forget that that's not what the character sounds like, then that's what we're going for. Of course, Nick always sounds a little bit more like this, I make $200 a day, fluff. 365 days a year since I was 12. And a little bit more like that. But then, you get to Bogo, and then...
He sounds a little bit more like this. And, Hops, Wilde, into my office.
And yeah, that's obviously edited. I can't deepen my voice like that. But, you deepen it. And that's the thing, that's the beauty about editing. And something else, the music in this movie is going to be made by me. If you thought that Michael Giacchino, I was going to use his score, well, you're not wrong. But I'm not going to use the exact, score that, you can buy in, Best Buy or something like that. I'm going to get, his themes, and then mix it in with new themes I've composed, and kind of, try to bring a new score while still using the same recurring themes from the old movies. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, that's enough. So yeah, that's like an idea of what it would sound like. That's something I've done so far. That's just music. Hopefully I do a good job, I'm learning a lot while still composing. So, if I don't do something right, then maybe I'll go back to that theme and rework it so it sounds better. So everything kind of sounds good, Alright, so now we get to the really cool stuff. Instagram followers, we're going to have a lot of audio excerpts from, the soundtrack, as well as, images, BTS images from the fan film. While Twitter followers will get a lot of the official images, for example, like posters or wallpapers, kind of like that kind of stuff, promotional stuff, kind of looks like that, that's what they're going to get. So it's two different places. Just follow the ones you want, follow both. It's up to you. Okie dokie, now we get to when the movie's gonna release, and I get a lot of comments saying, when is this movie gonna release? And I'm like, okay, in maybe a year, maybe more? And then they're like, oh, okay, so 2017, awesome. And then I don't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, 2017, maybe not. Okay, so the thing is that I'm actually aiming for more of a 2018 deadline. I have a deadline in 2018. If I go past that, that would suck. But I'm trying to get this thing as soon as possible, but the deadline is somewhere in 2018, early 2018, not late 2018. Obviously, if I finish the movie earlier, then obviously that'd be great, right? I would do it in 2017, but right now the deadline is 2018, so watch out for a 2018 release date. And please don't freak out or complain or anything like that, because I really am trying to produce the best content I can for you guys, and I always try to do that. I always try to produce the best content I can. And, if you don't like my content, like, once in a while, maybe all the time, well, if you don't like my content all the time, I don't know what you're doing here. But if you don't like my content once in a while, well, I'm sorry, but I do try to, create something fun or something entertaining for people to watch. And if it's not the thing, like, you usually watch, well, still maybe try to get out of your comfort zone and watch it, because I always try to put, my best foot forward with my content and try to really produce the best thing I can, And if you don't like it, well, then you can just skip and watch what you're really interested in. But, I always want you to remember that I try to produce the best I can. And this is the exact same thing. I want to respect the source material. I want to respect the fact that the actors have put a lot of effort into this fan film. So I'm not just going to, develop this half-assed kind of content. I'm going to produce this fan film and make it really, really nice and really great, and something that, the directors of the movie wouldn't be like, oh god, that looks awful, please, take it out of YouTube. No, I want it to be something that's actually, substantial and really entertaining and meaningful. Also, I really want it to have heart, this movie. Also, real quick, if you are female and you can voice act, then please audition for a role, please, because I need more female voice actors. And we're finally to the end, so we're going to show what the title for Zootopia 2 is going to be, at least the fan film. So here we go, in 3, 2...